What up, bitches? It's the misanthropic one, aka He Who Hungers, and I'm back up in this bitch for another rant. Oh man, rallying Negroes and the Oscars. I'm sure a lot of y'all have heard about the recent boycotting or call for blacks to boycott the Oscars by Spike Lee and Jada Pinkett Smith, two of which are at the helm of this whole movement. And the reason for this is because no black movies were, nominated or considered or whatever the case may be for the Oscars. And my thoughts on that are very simple. I mean, if you're subscribed to me, you already know where the fuck I'm going with this shit. I believe in this. Look, black people, not all, but the ones that feel this way, I've said this several times on my channel. Us as a race need to get our own shit. All this shit where you're sitting around and I want to sit with white people. I gotta meet up with their standards. It's fucking ridiculous to me. And I'll be damned if this isn't a microcosm of what happened to black people with the civil rights movement, with the outcome of the civil rights movement. Cultural integration. And I believe that's one of the things that fucked black people up, the black race up, from the get-go. And let me clarify what I mean by that. I am for social integration, you know what I mean? Like us on a social level, speaking, respecting each other. We don't have to necessarily like each other and none of that bullshit. But hey, how you doing? And I'm on my way, Maybe go to the same schools, same restaurants, same social institutions. I'm good with that. Cultural and financial integration, no. I'm not a fan of that, because once that happened, I mean, you could just look at the black race. When that happened, all of our black businesses were bought out because we had other races come in and just buy out businesses, and everything that signified what black people were at a time of segregation and open racism basically got thrown out the window. So this again is very reminiscent of that bullshit, because what essentially what you're doing is what these Negroes are doing is they're sitting around and they're saying, well, we gotta boycott it because none of our movies were on there, and it's not fair, and blah 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 blah. And look, do I think that white people blatantly went out of their way and said, let's just block these niggers out? No, I don't think that they meaningfully did that, because there's so much of this shit going on in society, especially with the social climate now with the Negroes, that you have a lot of people that suffer from white guilt, and these fake ass liberals that what they do is they want to appease and placate black people, and they'll sit there and do little things that aren't really genuine, but they shut you up. And a lot of y'all just don't see it. And y'all will put them up on a pedestal and say, oh, they're great people. No, those people are being fucking disingenuous to you. It's not real, you know? And you're only creating more of that mindset in white people, because what's gonna happen is next year when the Oscars come out, you're gonna have some of them on that the Oscar committee or whatever saying, you know what, just throw in 2 or 3 fucking black movies, you know, we'll put them in some bullshit category and have them win, and you know, we'll just shut them up just so we don't look like the bad guys. And you know, you're creating that, and a lot of you will be satisfied, and it's kind of like a dog that's barking, you know what I mean, like a dog that's just barking, and you give them, or I don't know if any of y'all seen that begging strips commercial where the dog keeps begging, and it finally gets the bacon begging strips, and then oh, it's so happy now. That's how a lot of y'all look. And instead of doing this, instead of getting mad and having a bullshit boycott, which is the same thing that we've been doing for years, no, we should go build our own shit, which is something I've been saying and echoing on this channel. We should go build our own shit. We should be vying to the African American Film Critics Association, the Black Film Critics Circle, committees like those two, which are all black owned. By the way, I know one of the things I hear you niggas talking about is, well, Straight Outta Compton came out and it should have been. Listen, Ice Cube himself doesn't give a shit. He goes, look, I'm not mad. He goes, you know why Ice Cube and F. Gary Gray don't care? Because they broke all types of records with that movie. They already know. Cube did it for the fans of the music. Cube was involved in that because he's been involved with that since 2009, trying to get that movie off the ground. And you got with F. Gary Gray, who also directed Set It Off, by the way, and they made a monster of a movie, probably one of the greatest movies of 2015. But, you know, we should be on our own shit, you know, and have other people of other races come and respect it. Not to necessarily love what we do, but respect. Because that's something that I see that a lot of you Negroes, you know, you'll sit and mishmash the two, and you confuse love for respect, and love and respect. Listen, I'm gonna put it like this. This is me personally. I'd rather be respected than loved. Why? Because when you go out with the intentions to have people love you, it's like, you know, everything has to go your way, and that's not reality. Shit ain't gonna happen for you 100%. Shit ain't always gonna be your fucking way. Respect. I'd rather be myself, an asshole. I'd rather build my own shit, and people not necessarily like me. They could say, look, I don't like that dude for whatever reason. He's a fucking dick. He's an asshole. He's black. I can't fuck with him. But you know what? At the end of the day, I respect that dude. Because respect is something you can't take away. You can't fake it. Because no matter how much of a hard rock you are, no matter how much of a wall you put up, at the end of the day, you yourself in your heart, respect will be there for that person. Because let me tell you something, there's people that I just don't like, but I respect them because they're an asshole. I can respect them on some level. And I believe that we should have our own shit. We should be vying to the African American Film Critics Association. They're all black. They're all black. You know, we should be putting money towards them so we can have our own shit. And I'm not talking about no BET awards either. Fuck that shit. BET has been gone for years, so I don't even want to go in on that. But you know, it's just surprising, you know, that you got these two, Spike Lee, who I to me, I've talked about him on 1 or 2 videos. To me, he's completely irrelevant now. He's been irrelevant for years. Yeah, he's made some good movies in the past, in the early 90s and shit, which I do still like to this day, but lately he's been irrelevant to me. Jada Pinkett, love her to death. I think she's a great actress, very versatile. She is one of my favorite characters on Gotham. She plays a great fucking villain. Love her to death. And, you know, you would think someone of her caliber, she said something along the lines of, you know, it's not about acknowledging us or us begging, because that diminishes power. We're just, what did she say? She said something about us as a people. So my thing is, if she's gonna, that quote that she said is basically saying, well, it's not about acknowledgement. But when you're saying boycott the Oscars, it is about acknowledgement, because you want that result. You want that outcome of them saying, holy shit, whoa. You want that result. So it is a little bit about acknowledgement. But I kind of like what she said. But you have to, but what I'm pulling from that is, listen, let's do our own thing. We don't necessarily need to meet your standard. And listen, this isn't a bash on white people. It really isn't. It's just that a lot of my people are looking at you as much as they don't want to admit it. I gotta sit with you. You gotta love us. You gotta love us. You gotta love us. And listen, I'm just not down with that. Listen, if you're a white person and you're cool and you respect me or respect black people or whatever, that's cool. And you know, when it comes down to the culture as well, this is another reason, like I mentioned before with integration, a lot of the modern day African American Negroes are looking for white people to babysit us. Listen, we gotta build our own shit. And I just may be repeating myself, but it's just that this keeps happening over and over and over and over again. Just like I said in the last video concerning J. Cole, you know, J. Cole himself said it. Look, he doesn't want to hear the same shit over and over and over again. We need to do something different. And I believe that we need to build our own shit. And as far as not just Oscar-wise, I'm talking about black people policing our own neighborhoods, opening up black businesses again, you know, having black millionaires and billionaires, black lawyers and delegates. That's what we need. Stop with this bullshit. Stop trying to run around and I have to sit next to you, Mr. White Man. I mean, no. Look, again, if it's on some respect shit, if it's on some, okay, you know, we could somewhat do business, but I'm still gonna control my own shit on the side, cool. But not this shit where, you know, look, all right, I know I could go on forever, but that's how I feel about the shit. Let me know what you think, all right? Everybody else, y'all know the deal. Leave your love, leave your hate. Most of all, subscribe, and that's it, all right? Peace, bitches.